Öncelikle bize vakit ayırdığınız için teşekkürler. Müzisyen bir aileden geldiğinizi, babanızın davul ve 11 yaşından beri sizin klarnet çaldığınızı biliyoruz. 52 yılınızı müziğe adadınız ama neden saksafonu seçtiniz?
Because my father was a drummer, and he loved jazz. He went to the Benny Goodman concert, and he was just overwhelmed with the jazz music, with the mastership of American band with Benny Goodman, who's kind of from the same area, was born as my predecessor, my great-grandfather. So they first started clarinet, but in jazz, after clarinet was the king of jazz, then the saxophone became a king of jazz. So when I went to the music college, and I saw some jazz guys who was playing jazz and saxophone, I was like, and my father, when I went to music school, there was no saxophone classes, it was only clarinet. So my father told me, in any case, if you will play clarinet, you can play saxophone. So then I saw that in live concert of a very good saxophone player who were students at that time, but they were kind of growing up because they had to go to the college to receive the diploma to work officially, Soviet days. Anyway, so that's how I saw that and just fell in love with the instrument.
Peki bunun ardından sizi caz müziğe yönlendiren en büyük etken ya da olay neydi?
There was one of event I went to see when I saw these guys in the college. Then I went to see the concert of famous Leningrad at that time, St. Petersburg jazz musician David Goloshokin. And I went there. There was a professional musicians that play really interesting music, all different, some jazz standards, some originals, and they were very good. It was trumpet, saxophone, trombone, bass, guitar, piano, and the drums, and they were great. And that was like, I knew that is it. And my teacher also gave me some, when I went to study saxophone, gave me the great records. Two great records, Miles Davis and Cannibal Adderley. So then I was like, that's it.
Peki beste yaparken hangi duygular ya da fikirler sizi yönlendiriyor?
You see, composing, it's work. It's not, you don't have to wait for inspiration. You don't have to think about it. It's like you must come to the piano or to the note paper and just start coming up with some ideas. And as long as you sit and composing, the ideas come to you, different ones. So you try to put them together. Sometimes anywhere, just some melody comes to you. You either sing it to your phone, or if you better have a paper, just write it down. Maybe even the shape of the melody. So it's like really work. People think different, but even the geniuses were like writing, like they're writing a book, writing letters. So that's how you feel when you compose. But then when you compose, then you're very happy. And sometimes wow, that's something really good. But sometimes not.
Rusya'dan ABD'ye göç ettiniz ve kariyerinizde böylelikle büyük bir değişim yaşadınız. Amerikan caz kültürüyle Rus müzik geleneği arasında ne gibi farklar ve benzerlikler görüyorsunuz?
When I came to United States, I came to Boston. Boston is very known for one of the best jazz school, Berklee College of Music, and it's completely different from the college where I was studying. In my college, only one person really knew about jazz from A to Z. I mean, he knew the theory, he knew how to play. He was a great saxophone player, and he knew the theory, he knew about the arrangement. Nobody else knew. I mean, maybe another guy who was leader of that department. And it's totally different in Berklee, like ear training, theory, harmony, composition. Your teachers, saxophone teachers, and you have many different bands that you can join as a student. Different sizes, different what do you call it? Styles. So that's what you have in the United States. It's a really organized education, which is in Russia when I studied. It was the beginning. I was only second year of jazz education. I enrolled to the college. The musicians also in Russia, we attitude towards each other is kind of not in a nice way. If you don't play good, they say to you that you're not good. In the United States, totally different. Nobody gonna tell you that you're not good. They say, "Man, you sound great," and then you have to think yourself: am I great or not? So that's different. But I prefer American way, just to say sound great. You make person, if he knows that he's not great, it will help him. He will think and will start working. But if he's not going to start working, it's nothing. You don't really care that you didn't tell him the truth, unless he asks you for your, let's say, if you need a teacher. Now it's of course different, but at that time.
Şimdi birazcık anılara dönelim. Sizin için en unutulmaz konser hangisiydi ve neden?
You know, there's really many unforgettable concerts. One concert was when we performed for Putin and Bill Clinton in Kremlin in 2000. So that was something special because it's the two most powerful people in the world have a conversation, they have a meeting, they talk about some serious issues. So you can't play not very good. You have to, especially that you were given a chance and an honor to perform for them. And there was a risk because jazz music is not, in Russian is not known that much for, there's a good jazz musician known in the world, but not that much. That was very memorable. Just 2 weeks ago, maybe even no, 2 weeks ago, on the May 8th, we played for, also in Kremlin, for 29 presidents who came for the victory parade. So there was some little performances when I organized a jam session in 1982 with Chick Corea and Gary Burton when they came to Leningrad on a State Department tour. So there's some many. We had a great concert last night. It's very special. We just did a great concert with the quartet in Cape Town. I mean, the first time jazz musicians performed at the Cape Town Jazz Festival. And then we went to Brazil and had an amazing concert with so much energy from the audience, also like last night. And so there's many great performers. There's not one that is stand out.
Champagne and wine, then I began to fall so low.
Rusya Devlet Başkanı Putin'in caz sevgisi bilinen bir gerçek. Onunla caz üzerine sohbet ettiğiniz oldu mu?
We had different conversations. He's not only jazz lover, he just loves talent. He loves people who is very good at anything. He likes me that I'm a jazz musician. He likes Valery Gergiev because he's a great conductor. He loves Denis Matsuev because he's a great pianist. He loves hockey players, Ovechkin, Fetisov, all this legends. So we talk about music in terms of, is it many discussion still? Is it a Russian culture? Is it in a Russian culture jazz, or it's in Russian art form? Or because it's American art form? Mm-hmm. And I said, if you go back and see football, which sport form is it from? Is it from England? But if you win, it means it's your sport. If you lose, then just practice more. Same with the music, jazz, and improvisation is in every music form of any kind of people from all, because the folk music is all improvisation, most of it. I mean, people of course remember the melody, but still they can improvise all this always. So not our American colleagues came up with the improvisation. So, but that type of music, yes, it came from different regions. That's what we talk about. And I said, no, if we're good, it's our music. If we're not good, it's American.
Cazın geleceği hakkında ne düşünüyorsunuz? Dijitalleşme cazı nasıl etkiliyor sizce?
Everything is affecting our life, and jazz will be with new talented people, with new ideas, new everything. It will be grown, and we definitely will keep the heritage. We definitely keep the traditional jazz, and there will be more maybe with electric, maybe with different instruments, because of the communication, maybe use some music and melodies and scales from all over the world, and it will be all putting in the, how you say it when you do the meat, they put it and something come up, yes, and that something will be there. We just need the talented, dedicated people to take it further. But there's a hope. There's many good young musicians who can do that. So I see that the future of jazz is very, very good.
Sık sık sizi Akla Caz Festivali'nde görüyoruz. Buradaki enerjiyi nasıl buluyorsunuz?
Oh, that's amazing energy at Accra. First of all, it starts with Haydar Bayrut, the main guy, man for this. First of all, it's a great idea. It's a beautiful gathering. Many good names, and Kadir Bey is one of the best person who knows music in all aspects. So, and the people are just amazing. First song you play, okay, audience with you. Audience will be with you all 2 hours, 1.5 for sure. They must, and then as long as you stay, they will be with you. And the beautiful mountains, beautiful sea, just the nature, great hotel, anything, food. It's like a heaven on earth, musical, and the people, and everything gets surrounded.